Everyone's talking about AI, right? We're all focused on innovation, on efficiency, but what if the single biggest risk isn't the tech at all, but a few lines of fine print in your insurance policy? Well, today we are digging into a critical warning from the Harvard Law School Forum on Corporate Governance, and trust me, if you're a corporate leader, you need to hear this. Okay, so let's just get a lay of the land. AI isn't some far-off thing anymore. It's here, and it is woven into pretty much everything we do in business. You've got stats showing that something like 75% of companies are formally using AI. But here's the kicker. A huge number of companies are using it without even knowing it. It's just baked into the third-party software and tools they use every single day. And this incredible speed, this rush to adopt, it's creating a brand new and, frankly, a very dangerous blind spot for directors and officers. It's a risk that quietly pulls the rug out from under the very safety nets you think you have, and it could leave your entire company completely exposed when, not if, something goes wrong. So here it is, the heart of the issue. While companies are racing to get AI in the door, the insurance industry, they're sprinting in the other direction. Insurers are quietly writing these sweeping new exclusions into liability policies that are designed specifically to get them out of paying for any claims related to AI. This is creating a huge and often totally invisible gap in corporate coverage. You know, the language they're using here, pulled right from the report, is, well, it's pretty alarming. When you hear insurance experts use a phrase like near absolute, that is a massive red flag. This isn't just some tiny tweak to a policy. This is the industry building a fortress to block out an entire category of risk. And the real teeth in these exclusions? It's hidden in the legal jargon, this preamble language. It's so broad, it's almost unbelievable. A claim doesn't have to be caused by AI. It just has to be related to it in some tiny way. I mean, think about that. An insurer could deny a claim even if AI's role was practically insignificant. Okay, so this isn't just some legal theory, right? Let's look at how these exclusions could actually blow up some of your most critical insurance policies in the real world. So let's start with your directors and officers policy. You know, the one that's supposed to protect the C-suite. You absolutely expect it to have your back if investors decide to sue. But with these new exclusions, a lawsuit claiming you didn't properly disclose your AI strategy or its risks could just be flatly denied. That leaves directors personally on the hook. And it's the exact same story with your cyber insurance. It's ironic, right? A lot of companies are now using AI to prevent cyber attacks. But if that AI shield fails to stop a breach, guess what? The exclusion could mean your claim is denied, or flip it around. A criminal uses an AI deepfake to trick your CFO into wiring $1 million. Your claim for that loss could also be thrown out. This risk touches pretty much any professional service you can think of. Picture a team of financial analysts using an AI tool for some number crunching. If there's an error in what the AI spits out, and that error influences the final report, even if a human being made the final call, that link to AI could be all an insurer needs to deny your errors and omissions claim. But look, the threat isn't just these shiny new AI exclusions. For a lot of companies, the bigger, more immediate danger might actually be the gaps already hiding in plain sight in your existing policies, the ones written way before this AI boom. A lot of these older policies use language that just wasn't built for a world with AI. Your professional liability might only cover services done by natural persons, actual human beings. Your tech insurance might only cover the software you built in-house, not that powerful third-party AI tool your entire team relies on. These are silent landmines, just waiting to go off. And this is where you can see a truly catastrophic domino effect. It starts with one little AI glitch. Your E&O carrier denies the claim. Okay, bad. But then furious investors sue the board. And then your D&O carrier also denies that claim, pointing back to the same AI issue. Just like that, your two main lines of defense are gone. The company is left holding the entire bag. Okay, so, faced with all of this, what on earth are you supposed to do? Well, the situation isn't hopeless, but it absolutely requires a proactive defense. The report lays out a really clear game plan for boards and executives to close this massive coverage gap. Here are the steps, and they're crucial. First, you have to know exactly how and where you're using AI. Then, when it's time to renew, you have to go through your D&O, E&O, and cyber policies with a fine-tooth comb. You have to push back, hard, and demand that these exclusions be removed. And most importantly, you have to work with experts, brokers and lawyers who actually get this stuff, to find new products designed to cover AI. So the real takeaway here is simple but powerful. You just can't operate under what the report calls the false pretense of being fully covered. It's not an option anymore. The technology is just moving way too fast for traditional insurance to keep up. Assuming you're covered might be the single biggest risk you're taking. Look, your company is pushing forward, innovating with AI to win. And that's fantastic. But the real question is your risk strategy keeping up? Because in this new world, the answer to that question could literally determine the future of your company.